big air from down here. Go ahead and try again, it's okay. Faster air. Good, good. See if you can do that again, do that again. Good, good. Okay, one more time, hold it for 4 counts. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Good, 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 good. Okay, so do you remember what we talked about when putting the reed on the vocal? Mm-hmm. Okay, so go ahead and slide that on. Good. And sometimes when you're buying a reed, so make sure you buy a soft reed, or if your teacher wants you in a medium soft reed, then do that. But also you just want to note that bassoon reeds are expensive. They're about $20. And make sure that this is flat in your mouth. So did you see how that was curved and you had to tilt your head? So make sure you can keep your head straight. If you turn it this way, is your head straight? Mm-mm. Go ahead and adjust it. Okay. So sometimes, as I was saying with the reed, if you buy a reed, sometimes it can slip off, and if that happens, then you just go back and you get a new one and they can help you. Or you can bring your vocal in and check it there. Okay, so go ahead, bring it up to you, and with that same air that you were using to crow on the reed, remember that word crow, see if you can just get a sound out. Don't press any keys, but you should get a nice deep sound, very relaxed, very open, big breath. Okay, ready? Go ahead and try. Don't puff your cheeks. Go ahead and try again. Make sure the air is pushing from here and not your cheeks. So if your cheeks are puffing, that means that you're not drawing your lips close enough. Okay, so drawstring your lips. You know when you have a drawstring bag and you pull it closed and it sections inward? Push your lips inward without pushing your cheeks outward. Go ahead and try again. Good. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now that we have our sound, the bassoon, I'm sure that you've noticed, is a lot lower than the trumpet and a lot lower than other woodwind instruments. Can you see it right there out of the corner of your eye? Uh-huh. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the very beginning. And do you know what clef this is?
Treble clef.
That's bass clef. So treble clef has the really curly one. Oh. Bass clef, since this is lower, we'll be playing in bass clef. So we have this open, but first we're going to look at your fingers. So we'll focus on your top hand, and it looks like you've got a pretty good idea of where your fingers go already. So your top hand, this first index finger is going to go on this open hole right here, so go ahead and find that. Make sure you're covering it. There's no air escaping. Middle finger will go on the key, right there below it. Fourth finger on the open hole, and then pinky will go right here. There you go, perfect. Okay, and then bottom hand, so if you feel around on the back, there's gonna be a really fat key, and it's called the pancake key. So your thumb is going to rest there most of the time, so go ahead and push that key down. And then in the front, if you curve your hand around, there's going to be another open key like in the other hand. There you go, index finger, and then go ahead and follow that down. Oh yeah, sorry, here, okay, and then this one will either go here or here, so let's put it here for now, there you go, and then this is your pinky cluster right here, there you go, so fourth finger usually is going to go on that flat key, not the thinner key, so you're good right there, pinky goes above the clusters, let's put it on the flat one for now, okay, and index finger, don't let that guy slide down, make sure he's covering the open hole. Perfect, alright. So, let's see if we can play a note. So when you're playing the bassoon, do you understand how this fingering chart works? So it goes from top to bottom. So if you're looking at it, if there is a W by it in this top hand, this means that there's this key, this little guy back here, this little round one. Yeah, you're going to push that with your thumb, and you'll be holding it most of the time. A lot of them require that, and that will be marked with a W. So let's go ahead and put that thumb down, and then your first finger, so your index finger on the open hole, and then your second finger on the key, and make sure every other finger is lifted up besides the ones listed, okay? So lift these guys, and lift these guys, because nothing is marked in the bottom, right? So that line separates the top from the bottom. Okay, so just these three, so the W, and then the two in the front. See if you can go ahead and play. Make sure none of these are covered. Good, try again. See how you almost got that higher note? Let's try it again. Okay, see if you can get the low one the first try. Good. Okay, so do you see this first one? It's D for 4 counts, rest for 4 counts, D for 4 counts, rest for 4, D, rest, D, rest. Can you do that? Okay, I'll count. I'll give you 4 beats and then you come in, okay? I'll count you off. 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. 2, 3, 4, go. 2, 3, 4, rest. 4, go. 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, go. 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, 1. Good. Okay, so now that we're getting into playing notes, I want you, have you ever like eaten a watermelon before and the watermelon has seeds and you have to spit out the seeds as you eat it? So think about that. Go ahead and go. So in your mouth it's going to feel like the tip of your tongue is almost touching the back of your teeth. But in this case, it's going to be touching the tip of the reed. So go ahead and see if you can do that on the D. So see if you can look at your fingering chart, figure out where the D is. Remember, it's just the W, so the key in the back with the top hand, and then the first 2 in the top hand. Make sure that those hands aren't pushing anything else down. It's just kind of hovering. Okay, go ahead and see if you can do the watermelon seeds with the D. You don't have to play that exact same, but just play. Good. See, did you kind of hear how your notes would go up? See if you can play 4 notes consistent. Good, that was really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this first one again now that we have a little bit of articulation, right? So each beginning of the note should be clear, and the way that you end a note is simply by breathing in. So you're going to want to end it with your tongue, but that's not what you want to do. You just want to breathe in or stop breathing, okay? And then, but since we have a rest right here, you can just breathe in. All right, so I'll give you 4 counts, then you come in. Do you go ahead and find the D fingering? Do you have it? Okay, take a big breath on right while I'm giving you 4 counts, and you come in, okay? 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Last time. 2, 3, 1. Good. Okay, so you kind of had a little glitch there. We would get into particulars. So we have our tuner up here, and you're just going to want to experiment to make sure that it's always in the green, right? So you don't want to be super out of tune, and that all depends on how much reed you're taking in or out of your mouth. And right now you're doing okay, but you just need to relax a little bit. So the amount of reed that you're taking is okay, but just make sure that you're keeping the back of your throat open. So let's go ahead and try the E flat, and then we'll try this lines and spaces one next, and then I think we'll be good for the day. So let's go ahead and try the E flat. See if you can find that fingering on your own.
Yep.
Right, so you have your W in the top hand, and then it's index and middle finger, skipping that one. Yeah, go ahead and play that. See if you can play the E flat for me real quick. Go ahead and play your D. I think we were up too high. Play your D real quick. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, go ahead and play your E flat again. Good. Now lift this finger and lift this finger and push this one down. So go ahead, make your index finger go down. Index, there you go. Go ahead and play that. I see what was happening. Okay, I was totally leading you astray. I let you put your finger on the wrong one and I wasn't hearing it right. So let's go ahead and do that first exercise again, making sure that this finger is down here. Okay, and then your pinky will be right here. Okay, so go ahead practice that E flat exercise, and then I think we'll be good actually.
Wait.
See if you can find it. Here's your fingers right up here. Go ahead and play with the E flat. So it's that one? Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Go ahead and try. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think actually you were right. So let's go ahead and try the D again. I think it just was coming out weird. Go ahead and try it. Nice, relaxed, slow air. Get the D. Don't puff your cheeks. Play the E flat and then go down to it. No lifting. Yeah, something's weird. Okay, we'll call it good.